You found the National Championship Air Races presented by Reno-Tahoe.
Welcome, early morning risers, to STOL Racing. We all like to get out here before the wind blows. If you fly in the back country, we like to get down before noon, for those winds get wicked in the canyons. Anitra, why don't you announce the aircraft as they taxi by?
Awesome, thanks Juan. All right, in the front there we've got Brian Moore in a Ramses 7, that's the Honey Badger. Behind him is number 22, Jeff Rowe, in a Cessna 175, the Beast. Then we've got number 7, Bruce Graham in Yellow Thunder, a Carbon Cub. And then we have a Just Aircraft Highlander, the Green Grasshopper, that's number 11, piloted by Dave Curley. Then we've got the Skywagon, number 20, the Red Wagon, a Cessna 180, piloted by Ty Burlingham. Then we have number 22, the Kit Fox Evinrude, piloted by Ty Firkin. We've got the number 46 180 polished Cessna out there, flown by Warren G. We've got our only tricycle gear, number 66 Big Tuna, the Xena 701, piloted by John Hockala. Then we've got Moac, Scooter Stoll, number 221.
Formula 21, just keep your eye on the vehicles, but if you'd like to
by Brian
I see you doing it, that's great, and wave for the crowd, they'd love to see you.
That is the Mini Wagon, a Legend Cub with a Skywagon tail, piloted by Bo Ellis. Then we've got Lunacy, number 85, the Carbon Cub, piloted by Kathy Page. Then we've got Tony Sanchez, number 63, God Bless John Wayne, in his Just Aircraft Super STOL. Behind him is the Moose Knuckle. That is a Just Aircraft Highlander, piloted by Aaron Greer. Then we've got the STOL Fox, number 4, piloted by Brian Bowen. We've got number 21, hometown favorite Kevin Palmer, in his red and blue Kit Fox. We've got number 11, Angry Kitten. That is a Ramses 7, piloted by Rod Hewitt. We've got number 27, a yellow Kit Fox, the Spirit of Lewis, piloted by Harry Beaupre. We've got number 62, the Dog, the Aviat Husky, piloted by young Austin Clemens. We've got Lawnmower 3, piloted by Hal Stockman. That is a Ramses 7 with a Frankenstein Rotax setup. We've got Tim Shellhorn in his Carbon Cub. Psycho Billy, that's number 73. Number 44, Steve Henry in his Just Aircraft Highlander. Yeehaw 8. And following up the tail, we've got Eddie Sanchez in his number 48, Devil Girl 2, a Just Aircraft Highlander XL.
Now the action's going to start pretty quick. We got a lot of first-timers and a lot of veterans, but let's reiterate, this is so different from pylon racing. You guys bring our great spectators up to speed on what they're going to see and why it happens that way.
Great, will do. Hey, Anitra, great job.
Yeah.
From memory. Anitra got all those names and all those aircraft.
Don't leave us, please.
Don't leave us. We'll never get it right. I'm notorious for messing this up. All right, STOL Racing. Right to our left, we see a start-finish line. We see Steve Henry and Eddie Sanchez lining up. The lane closest to us is the number 1 lane. The lane farthest from us is the number 2 lane. They're going to race 2,000 feet down to a turnaround line off to our right as fast as they can, land on or beyond the line, come to a complete stop. Watch this. I think that's Eddie in the number 1 lane. Oh, I thought he was going to launch him. Okay, that was the turnaround.
We're cleared up. Timers, are you ready? Hey. Steve, are you ready? Here we go, gang, on the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, video.
Watch that Steve Henry in the number 2 lane just blast out of the hole shot. This is the fastest aircraft out here. Two highly modified aircraft, our fastest aircraft out here, running Yamaha snowmobile engines pumped up to 300 and 400 horsepower. They land on or beyond the line, come to a complete stop, tail down. spin it around as quick as they can, and race back to the start-finish line. Watch Steve Henry. Both of them just come flying out of the hole shot. Some 13,000 RPM. Kick it into a full slip, slow it down as quick as possible, drop the flaps, look for the mark. They've got to land on or beyond the line. Full stall, retract the flaps, lock up the brakes. The first aircraft that stops runs the quickest lap. And that's how you do it. Less than a minute to win it.
And Steve Henry took the stop on that one. That was a really close race, and we think that Eddie Sanchez is one of the pilots out here that's in contention. They can give Steve a real run for his money when he gets his airplane dialed in. That's
right. We'll have more technical details on these engines and airframes. Who do we got next here, Anitra?
Looks like we've got Tim Shellhorn coming out, Psycho Billy number 73, and I believe that's Hal Stockman in the Lawnmower 3.
Okay, Hal Stockman in the number 1 lane with the white Rans S7. That white Rams is the lightest aircraft in the field. Huggy in the house. Tim Shellhorn in the number 2 lane with a highly modified Carbon Cub running nitrous through a FADEX system. You'll hear the engine warble slightly as he goes by. Comes to a complete stop. Gets that thing spun around. Now listen to this thing wind up. Oh, he's got it toned down, way toned down this time. Kicks it into that full slip, full flaps. Hal with the... Anitra, tell him about the prop on Hal's airplane.
Hal is running a beta prop, so what that means is you can get a reverse effect on the prop when they mess with the pitch, and his is mechanical, and you can hear him when he lands. The RPMs go up, and that'll stop him, almost a dead stop.
So Hal's running a mechanical reversible pitch propeller, and he's putting that thing in reverse in the air. So that's something kids to not do at home. Leave it to Hal and the pros.
All right, we've got Austin Clemens out, and it looks like we've got number 27, Harry Beaupre, and his Kit Fox.
Ready? You ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1,
Austin Clemens is also running an MT reversible pitch prop.
But it's a more conventional reversible pitch prop using the engine oil pressure.
That's right. So Austin's reversible pitch prop is hydraulic, whereas Hal's is mechanical. These beautiful slips. Harry Beaupre is known for that aggressive side slip.
Now let's see if he pops it into reverse. Oh, he's taking it easy on the prop today in the number 2 lane. Comes to a complete stop. Young Austin's only 20 years old this year. One of our youngest competitors out here at STOL Drag Racing.
That's right. And on his 20th birthday he achieved his 3,000th hour of flying.
He gets a lot of time in, and you can tell the way he operates that Husky. Throws it into the big slip, slows it down as much as possible. So we're testing both ends of the envelope in these aircraft. How fast can you accelerate and how fast can you decelerate? Who gets stopped first? Very close race. Wow. Who'd you see, guys? Lane 1. Wow.
Harry Beaupre in number 27 takes the stop on that one.
Good job, Harry.
All right, we've got number 11, Rod Hewitt, his Rans S7, Angry Kitty. And number 21, Kit Fox by hometown local Kevin Parker.
Palmer, yeah.
Sorry.
Trent's brother.
Let's reiterate lane 1 and lane 2.
Lane 1 is the lane that is closest to us, and lane 2 is the lane that's farthest away from us.
Here we go on the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, see ya.
So you can see and hear the instigator of this whole concept, Kevin Quinn, down there with the arm drop in the 3-2-1 see a drag race start. A couple of Rotax powered aircraft. Being lighter aircraft, they can take it further down the line before they chop the power, and running side by side, they're psyching each other out as to who's going to hit it first, who's going to chop it first.
Juan, I love the slip. That's my favorite part. I think it's the most exciting part about this contest. Can you explain to the folks that are not familiar with what a slip is, what they're doing that for?
Yeah, the side slip maneuver is an effort to decelerate the aircraft as quickly as possible by exposing as much aerodynamic drag as you can into the slipstream. By kicking it sideways, you can slow the airplane down real fast. Boom, kick it into that slip. Well, you chop the power first, then you kick it into the slip, then you deploy the flaps. Now you're looking for the line. You've got to land on or beyond the line. Bam, they just nail it. They retract the flaps, jump on the brakes, easy on the brakes, and the number 2 lane, easy, easy, easy. Good, he did it. Number 1 lane gets her stopped first.
All right,
Eric Watt in the house, look out.
We've got number 4, Brian Bowen, coming out in his STOL Fox, and we've got the Moose Knuckle, the Just Aircraft Highlander, piloted by Aaron Greer.
Most of these aircraft are experimental aircraft that most folks can afford to fly and operate.
Are you ready? On the arm drop, boys. 3, 2, 1.
Lane 2 is also those aircraft we're talking about that are running that Yamaha Apex snowmobile engine.
And you can hear the difference on that. And that's one of the neat things about these experimental aircraft is you can run, well, anything that you can imagine in these aircraft. And what the folks are doing nowadays is these power sports are providing great engine platforms, especially the Yamaha Snowmobile series of engines. So for about only $6,000, you can order up one of these Yamaha Snowmobile engines, and with a Skytrax prop gear reduction drive unit, adapt it for aviation use, and you can get upwards of 250 to 300 horsepower out of these engines. Even more if you get a bigger turbocharger.
Looks like Brian's down first, but that does not mean he's going to take the stop. It's about who stops first, not who lands first.
Look at that.
Good race there.
And it looks like the Just Aircraft Highlander took the stop on that one.
Brian, that's the rock. Good job.
Number 1 lane got her stopped first, and that's another thing you got to watch for is you got to pretty much stop on heading. We don't want you ground looping or coming way off of your heading when you come to a complete stop. And of course, you have to stay in your lane. You cannot exit your lane.
There's severe penalties if you cross this lane. And if you incur 2 of those for these events, you're disqualified for the event.
That's right.
All right, in the number 2 lane, we've got the number 63 Super STOL piloted by Tony Sanchez, and then we've got Kathy Page, number 85, in Lunacy in lane 1 in the Carbon Cub.
Kathy Page, our only female competitor this year in her relatively new stock Carbon Cub, complete with the cargo pod on the bottom. What was Kathy racing before, Anitra?
She was racing, I believe, a late 40s Piper Clipper, no flaps.
That's right. It was Kathy and the Clipper Caper team.
That's right. Both these pilots are commercial aircraft. I know that Tony Sanchez has been working for Southwest for 30 years. He's the captain of a 737. And Kathy Page also is commercial aircraft pilot, flying an Airbus.
For Spirit Airlines, I think it is. Full slip. Get those flaps, Kathy. Who gets stopped first? What does it look like up there?
Looks like Kathy.
Too close to call.
Kathy, that was a good beating right there. Got Tony by a hair, but we got
So the Carbon Cub, Kathy takes it in Lunacy. Taxiing out now is Bo Ellis in his mini wagon, and Brian Steck in his MOAC. This is a battle of the Legend Cubs.
So what we're doing is we're timing each run. Over the course of the weekend, we're going to take these times to determine how to dice up the over $20,000 in prize money.
And we've got the famous 321C that launches the aircraft.
Boy, boy, that is closely matched. Looks like Bo has a slight lead out of the hole.
Now it appears Bo has the lead on this, but Brian Steck is running that reversible pitch prop. So although Bo may get the landing, Brian could stop quicker.
Watch this, very closely matched. Touchdown just about identically. There goes the reverse pitch in the number 2 lane. See that blast of dirt? But look at Bo, man, he gets turned around first. Bo, one of our most experienced STOL drag racers with that legend cub of his.
Brian's fairly new. He started racing in the series last year, but he's been putting in the work.
Now Bo's got a good lead.
Again, it's about who stops first, not who lands first. So if Brian can get it timed right and get that reversible pitch prop to engage, he could get the stop.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Starter race control.
Number 2 gets stopped first.
All right, let's talk about the anti-bounce devices. That is the high-tech shock. You don't want to bounce because your brakes, your wheels will not stop. Your brakes will not be effective if you're in the air.
That's right.
So once they hit hard, the device you have, the shock device, keeps the aircraft on the ground. The big tires allow for the brakes to have a bigger tire footprint, and you get stopped. Only when you get stopped could you do that twirl around. So there's a lot of technology there as well.
Oh, yeah.
On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1. See ya.
That's right, Danny. In fact, Warren G on the number 1 lane here, and that 180 is running some aero shots to help absorb those bounds. Then we've got Big Tuna number 66 in the Xena 701 in lane 2.
Our only tricycle gear aircraft out here today.
And we're going to acknowledge our buddies from the Formula One. They're taxiing in front of you now, towing their airplanes back to their hangar. You are invited. Give them a big warm round of applause for kicking off the action this morning in a very exciting manner. Formula One, we love you. Thank you. We'll see you again 2 more times this morning. Get back to work.
Formula One, the original air racers. Thanks for coming out, guys.
All right, it looks like Big Tuna is number 66. Got to jump on Warren. He's got a good lead. Warren's catching him. He's got a much more powerful engine in that Cessna 180, but he's a lot heavier. He's got the wig-wag
Side slip maneuver.
there.
Crazy move. That's his signature move. Look at that, lock him up on that Zenith out there. Who was it?
Number
Lane
2, Big
2.
Tuna.
Gets her stopped first.
Good job, John.
Who's coming up next, Deetra?
Looks like we've got number 2, Ty Firkin in Evinrude, his Kit Fox, and he's paired up against Ty Burlingham, our other Skywagon, the 180, the red wagon, number 20.
So that's where these STOL drag races are the great equalizer on this 2,000-foot course. You can run light aircraft versus heavy aircraft and come up with some very close, similar times.
Hey, timers, Ty, are you ready? Ty, are you ready? On the arm drop, boys. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, they are off. We've got such a big difference in size of the aircraft here, but the 180 has a much more powerful engine.
Look at that. They're just neck and neck. So that's the P-Punked 180 with the 0470 engine run, the 520 cylinders, I believe. Stock suspension, a little bit of bouncing. Wow. They get it stopped at the same time. But I think the 180 is a little further down the course. Let's see. Because the bigger aircraft's got a lot more energy to dissipate at the turnaround and at the stop. But the 180 is faster overall. But again, we're checking the whole envelope here. Great race. That Kit Fox had the lead. Let's see who gets stopped first. And that Kit Fox, being the lighter aircraft, less energy to dissipate, could very well get stopped first. But the 180 made it in first. Who's it going to be? Too close to call?
I'm not sure if the long guy got the short tire or vice versa. Give me 2 clear to taxi. That was a good run, boys.
They're going to have to go to video review on that one. It was too close. So that's the amazing comparison of light aircraft versus heavy aircraft and the equalizer on a course like this. 2,000 feet after a few years of...
Looking for a second win.
All right,
Be a
we've
battle,
got
'cause I know Curly's got something up his sleeve. We're clear up, we're clear down. Timers are good. Bruce is ready. Curly, you ready? On the on-drop. 3, 2, 1, seal.
2-1C in our first lane. We've got number 7, Bruce Graham in Yellow Thunder, his Carbon Cub. In lane 2, we've got Dave Curley, number 11, in his Just Aircraft Highlander, the Grasshopper.
Kicking it into the full slip. That's a relatively stock Carbon Cub in the number 1 lane, Bruce Graham. Getting stopped at just about the exact same time. Flaps up, spinning around. Racing back to this end. What are these guys up to? Looks like Curly's got a good lead out of the turnaround. Pop those flaps. Curly gets touchdown first. Who got stopped first? Number 2 lane.
The Grasshopper takes the stop on that.
Clear to taxi. Lane 2, failure to stop and scratch down here. Bruce, that means you got a double wind all of a sudden.
I have to show him the numbers every time.
All right, they gave one to Bruce in the Yellow Cub. Bruce is one of our great adventure pilots here locally, and he's quite an individual. You got to come down to the STOL Drag pits after the event here and meet all these guys. Look at these airplanes, see the technology.
All right, we've got number 22, the Beast, the Cessna 175 in lane 2. And it looks like we've got Brian Moore in the Honey Badger and his Rans S7.
So the Beast, a Kyle Bushman build, is a experimental exhibition Cessna 175 that's been converted to a tail dragger and has a 0470 engine adapted to it. And easy on that, there you go. And a big old seaplane propeller.
That's right. Brian Moore is new to the STOL Drag races. He's running a Hal Stockman Rotax 912 with the big bore zipper kit.
The Beast getting a big lead out of the turnaround. Now, in the number 1 lane, he's going to have to look out a little bit for the wake turbulence of that big old 175. With no winds out here today to move that wake turbulence around, he's far enough behind he might encounter some of that. Looks like he's got good, clean, smooth air. Power off and floating it in over the line. Little bit long.
Looks like we've got Eddie Sanchez and Steve Henry taking the line.
Hey, Jim, once John's...
Here's our 2 of our fastest aircraft out here.
That's right, they're both running that Yamaha Sidewinder 998 turbo. Those snowmobile engines that you're hearing so much about.
And Steve Henry's put an extra large turbocharger on his. Listen to this.
3, 2, 1,
Just blasts out of the hole. 400 horsepower, 13,000 RPM. Yeah, you can hear the turbo whining a little bit on those, especially when they chop the power, and they're both running those Skytrax gearboxes, which has a Sprag clutch in it, which allows the propeller, if it's adjusted right, to add just a little bit of drag to help them slow down. Otherwise, if it's too loose, no slow down. Incredible performance out of that race 44. Full stall landing. Boom, right on the line. Retract the flaps. He's got that hair trigger on his flaps to retract them instantly. Lock up the brakes and get her stopped. 2,000 feet out and back in less than 1 minute. About 54 seconds.
Steve Henry, lane 1, takes the stop on that. We've got Hal Stockman in his number 3, Ranza 7 on number 3 coming out.
It sounds like we got a record-breaking time on Steve Henry on that last run.
We've got Tim Schillhorn.
Okay, we're clear down. We're cleared up. Timers, are you ready?
Now listen to the nitrous on Tim Schellhorn's airplane in the number 1 lane, with the FADEC control automatically metering it to limit the prop to 3,000 RPM.
Tim Schellhorn's Psycho Billy. He's also got some other tricks.
Oh yeah, look at that on the bottom of the airplane.
That's right. He's got an air brake that he's installed just attached to the boot cowl.
I hope that was a complete stop for him down there. Let's see what the judges say. Throwing it in the slip, dropping those flaps. But Hal, with that mechanically reversible pitch prop, just puts it in reverse and goes straight ahead. No slip. Because he's working that prop just to nail the line. Boom. A Duke mechanically reversible propeller.
And it looks like Psycho Billy takes it.
That's the trick of working with that mechanical prop, is dialing it in and hitting the line. That's a lot to think about and do as a pilot.
Okay, we've got another aircraft reversible pitch prop. Taking the line. Number 62, the Aviation Husky.
Cleared both directions. Timers are good. Austin, you ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, we've got Harry Dufresne. 7 in the Spirit of Lewis in the number 2 lane.
With his Rotax powered kit box. So the Husky is a relatively heavy bush plane, but watch how short young Austin Clemens can get this thing stopped. And I don't think he's using much reverse pitch today. We'll see. No reverse on that one. Still an incredibly short landing distance. Both of those aircraft. They're using landing distance of only about 200, 300, maybe 400 feet tops.
Gary takes the lead on the turnaround.
Look at that. Get him, Harry. Yeah, Austin's going to have to deploy his secret weapon if he wants to be Harry.
See if he decides to use that reversible pitch prop.
Which one was it?
Trey with another beating. Good job,
Harry Beaupre takes it in the kit box. Good job.
Kevin Palmer's coming out in his number 21 Redkin Fox, and Rod Hewitt, number 11, in Angry Kitten. That is his Ranza 7.
Look at me, Ron. Look at me.
Kevin likes to get that eye contact with the pilots before he launches and make sure they are ready to go.
Timers ready? You ready, Rod?
Back in the clock for the timers. Rotax engine screaming. So back to the suspension on these aircraft. Yeah, it's rebound control is what they're looking for. Some of these are running Acme shocks. Some of these are running Tony's TK Monster shocks. Anything they can do to minimize the rebound bounce so that you can go ahead and smash it into the finish line without bouncing back up into the air and losing time, speed, and distance. and getting maximum effectiveness out of your brakes. And these are great shocks to use in the backcountry on a daily basis as well for the very same reasons.
Danny mentioned what are the big tires you notice for STOL drag. A lot of the pilots have opted to switch out for a smaller tire with knobbies on them so they can grab that gravel and slow them down and get them to stop.
Lock them up. Be careful on that. Don't tip over. Who was that? Who got stopped first there?
Sure, third taxi. That was a great run. I'd have to go to video to find a winner. Third taxi, Kevin Fowler.
Very closely matched.
While there's a little bit of time, too, you invited everybody down to your pits. I want them to know by going behind the bleacher seating and going to our right as we face the race course, we have the Heritage aircraft, some great aircraft on display. We have the jet racers on display, and you folks are down at the end. A great array of aircraft, different designs. They'll talk to you. They'll tell you how you can get involved. All day long, they'll be down there. Head down there. It's absolutely free. It's great.
This is something any of us can get into and do it. It makes good pilots better when you go out there and practice this kind of level of skill. And you can begin doing this right there at your home airport.
All right, we've got lane 1 closest to us, number 4, Brian Bowen in the STOL Fox. And we've got Aaron Greer in his Just Aircraft Highlander, the Moose Knuckle, on the outside lane.
So Brian's got a turbocharger in his, and he's able to get well above sea level manifold pressure out of that engine.
Yeah, he's running that Yamaha snowmobile engine, the Apex 4-cylinder.
So one of the first things you want to start doing to bone up for something like a STOL competition event like this is you want to start learning your spot landings. Just practice making each landing a precision landing, hitting your mark.
Great run, boys. Great run, Brian Bowen. Nice flying. You can follow him, Aaron. Third taxi, 2 more.
I think Brian Bowen got that one.
We definitely got on the ground first.
Tony Sanchez taxiing out for another true beating. Here we go.
All right, we've got Kathy Page, number 85, in Lunacy, the orange carbon club in
We're
lane
cleared
2.
down. We're cleared up. Are you guys ready? Tony ready? Kathy ready? On the air drop. 3, 2, 1.
We've got number 63, Tony Sanchez, in God Bless John Wayne, his Just Aircraft Superstar.
What would John Wayne do in the event of an aircraft emergency? That's what your first comes to mind.
Tony's running the Rotax 912 with a big bore kit on that.
And I think Kathy's got the Titan 340 in her Carbon Cub.
Both airline
Wow.
pilots.
Identical stop. I think Tony stopped a little shorter, so Kathy's got to make up a little distance. Boy, identical turnaround times. They're really matching up these pairings nicely. Kathy's got a good lead.
She's a little heavier, though. So if Tony can catch her and get on the ground, it's possible he could get stopped faster.
I don't know. Kathy's pretty good at this. She's been doing it for quite a few years. Look at that. She's already down and getting stopped. Boom. What'd you see?
Back on that one, Tony. Third taxi, guys. 1 round. I'm not sure. I think Kathy's still whipping up on the boys. We'll have to go to the time. That was a good one.
That's what our team says up here. Lily, that looked like lane 2, right? Very good. Kathy for the quicker run.
Are you ready? Are you ready, Brian? Here we go on the outside. 3, 2, 1.
Kevin launches American Legend Club aircraft in lane 1. We've got the mini wagon by piloted by Bo Ellis, and in lane 2, Brian Steck in the Legend Club Moab.
Bo lives right over the hill here in a really amazing little airstrip called Bodad. And he was surrounded by wildfire a few years ago, burning most of the forest around him, but firefighters were able to save his home and hangar. That's right. To heck with the house, save the hangar.
Bo's got the jump on the turnaround. And Brian's got that reversible pitch prop.
Bo has got this STOL drag racing absolutely wired. He practices. Boom, right over the line. That's another trick. Sometimes you can just dump them flaps while you're still airborne and just, with a good suspension, plop it right over the line.
Guys, we're going to try to upstay in here, pick up our pace. I'm trying to get 4 more runs before 9 minutes expires. Let's rock and roll. Who's with Warren? Let's go. No, just Warren. Send him solo. Warren solo. All right, we're clear down track. We're cleared up track. Timers, you ready? Warren G, ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1. See ya.
That's Warren Robular, number 46, and his beautiful polished STOL 180.
With a 520 engine and the Acme suspension.
We always like to look out for that wig-wag slip. Warren's signature move.
Now, the neat thing with the suspension on Warren's airplane is it's removable. You can, the suspension does add a lot of aerodynamic drag, and it will slow you down on a long cross country. So you can take those shock absorbers off of the stock landing gear, stow them in the back of the aircraft, fly to your backcountry destination, and then install the shocks and continue to explore with full rebound control of the Cessna spring gear, Steve Whitman kind of designed landing gear. Throws it in the full double slip, left and right.
That's a new engine to Warren, and he says he's getting about 20 more horsepower with the upgrade with this new setup.
Bringing it safely to a full stop.
All right. Looks like we've got number 20, another Skywagon, the red wagon, piloted by Ty Burlingham, and we've got number 6. Nope, we've got number 22, Ty Firkin in the Kit Fox, Evan Rim.
Ty Firkin, a crop duster from Caldwell, Idaho.
That Skywagon is piloted by Ty Burlingham, and he is a rookie on the STOL Drag Series, but no stranger to flying. He's got 9,000 hours of flight timing, got his start in rotor wing.
Big aircraft versus a light aircraft on a 2,000-foot course. Very closely matched. The 180 touches down first at the turnaround. Getting him stopped. Spinning around at the identical same time, with the Kit Fox being a little closer to us, but the 180 being a little faster. A little bit of a lead in the 180. Oh, Ty, you popped it early there. He psyched out. He saw the 180 throw it into his slip. He's a little behind him. He pops his. Now he's going to have to take his slip out, maybe add a flip of power, make it over the line. Who was it? Who stopped first?
Sounds like the Skywagon takes the stop on that one.
Well, that's amazing. See, a heavy aircraft versus a light aircraft. Getting all that energy stopped is a real pilot skill set.
All right, we've got Carbon Cub on the line.
We're cleared down. Are you ready, Curly? Are you ready, Bruce? Here we go on the arm drop. 3, 2, 1.
Carbon Cub versus just an aircraft piloted by Dave Curley, number 11, the Grasshopper. We've got number 7, the Yellow Cub Crafter. Carbon Cub, Yellow Thunder, piloted by Bruce Graham.
Floating it over the turnaround line. Boom. Bringing it to a full stop. just about identical turns. Is Curly going to give this one to Bruce Graham? Bruce Graham's an amazing individual. He loves going on massive adventures all around the world, and then when he gets bored, he comes home and he donates body parts. He's already donated one kidney and I believe a part of his liver to some very blessed folks that needed that level of medical care. Oh, scratch. That means he landed short of the line and no time for that run.
All right, we've got number 22, the Beast, back on the line. Beast versus the Honey Badger. Got Brian Moore in his Rams S7.
One of our rookie pilots in the number 2 lane.
This is his first STOL drag race. What an experience.
Jeff Whiteley from Salem, Oregon in the Beast. With a good lead at the turnaround. So our STOL drag pilots have done a great job on social media introducing a whole new generation of pilots into aviation with all the backcountry adventure exposure. And as a result, a whole new generation of young pilots are getting involved in aviation and getting involved in backcountry aviation. They've gone a long way to reviving interest in aviation overall. Because of their strong social media presence. Full stall right over the line. Float it right over the line. To a full stop.
Brian, get her stopped. Clear to taxi. That was a great session. Clear to taxi. We're going to shut down, hang out, boys. Great operation.
All right, that's it for STOL Drag Racing for the first run. We're going to run a race, Danny?
Yeah, we got race in a couple of seconds. And as your starter says, Juan Anitra, look at me.
Yeah, that's right.
Get out of here. Steve Temple wants the microphone.
Get up here quick, man. We'll be right back with more STOL Drag Racing.
They will be back. Thank you so much. They will be back. Steve Temple, come on up. Steve was in the first Formula One race. He came in third, am I right? Yeah, Steve came in third, and the races are in place. Probably about 2 minutes or less. Go ahead. Oh, okay. All right. Everything changes. Now we have a little bit of time. Okay, that just changed, folks. Just came through. Now, Steve, we can calm down a little bit. They're saying 10 minutes now.
Okay,
10 minutes now.
you told me 5, and now we're down to 10. So,
Yeah, right.
You know,
Okay.
you know what the key to air power is, don't you?
Sir.
Flexibility.
It is.
Flexibility
Right.
is the key to air power.
All right, now we have time to slowly talk.
Much more powerful engine.
It's the National Championship Air Races presented by Reno-Tahoe.
Now things are going to start happening really hot and heavy. I'm going to explain what's going on as these races unfold. STOL Drag Racing, we've got 2 lanes, 2,000 feet long. We got a start-finish line right here to our left. These aircraft are going to drag race from the start-finish line, 2,000 feet down to our right, to a turnaround point, land on or beyond the line, come to a complete stop, whip it around, and race as quick as they can back to this start-finish line. The first aircraft that stops gets the best time for that drag race. And over the whole weekend, we're keeping track of these times, and we are going to deliver over $20,000 in prize money from our sponsors to the winners based on the best times overall for this weekend.
Cleared up course, timers are ready. Eddie Sanchez, you ready? Steve Henry, you ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, see ya!
Our fastest airplane in the number 2 lane. Watch this. Steve Henry and Eddie Sanchez in 2 highly modified experimental aircraft running snowmobile engines, putting out upwards of 300 to 400 horsepower.
That's right. Both these pilots running the Yamaha Sidewinder 998 turbo engines.
Look how quick Steve gets that thing turned around. As fast as he can, back to the start-finish line. Screaming 13,000 RPM. Chops the power, throws it into a hard slip, deploys the flaps. Eddie Sanchez doing the same. Floating it over the line, got to land on or beyond the line and come to a complete stop to stop the timer. Boom. Less than 1 minute. About 54 seconds to go 2,000 feet out and back.
And Steve Henry takes the stop on that.
Other gold title sponsors for STOL Drag Races includes the Tempest Aero Group, where we get all our aviation accessories. McFarland Aviation Products, including MT reversible pitch props.
All right, we've got another dream. We've got
Badass airplane. And we got Tim with the super stunt cup thruster. Carbon cover. Here we go. We're cleared down course. Cleared up course. Timers, are you ready? Oh, you look good. Are you ready, man? Are you ready, Tim? On the arm drop, boys. 3, 2, 1, see ya!
2 of our most experienced STOL Drag racers. With the number 1 lane, Hal Stockman, the lightest aircraft out here, 600 pounds.
swear to God, Harry can fly backwards. Good run, boys. I think Harry got it by a hair. Let's go. Clear the taxi. Give me two. Okay, we're cleared down. We're cleared up. Timers, are you ready, timers? Ready? Ready? Up. On your arm drop. 3, 2, 1, see ya. Truckee, where I live, is through that pass. It's a 15-minute flight right up and over that pass. This is Peabody land up on the high saddle. Great run, boys. You got him, Rod, by just a touch. Clear to taxi, clear to taxi. Good run.
Oh, I didn't time those guys.
Okay, we're cleared down course and we're cleared up course. Timers are ready. Aaron, you ready? Flying the moose knuckle. Here we go, Brian. Oh, and in the beautiful. Arm drop. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Dropping it in. Easy on the brakes, boys. Lane
Looks
2.
like lane 2, Brian Bowen, and that STOL Fox takes the stop on that one.
You'll see a lot of these aircraft equipped with bright lights. That's one of our gold title sponsors is Watt or Wheelan Aerospace Technologies.
Number 63 in his Just Aircraft Super STOL, and Kathy Page in that orange and gray Carbon Cub 85 Lunacy. These are both airline pilots.
Kathy Page has been racing STOL drag races for years originally in a no-flap Clipper aircraft and got a lot of great experience doing that. And now it's like cheating with the Carbon Cub, just a piece of cake.
Looks like Kathy takes it on the turn.
and a good lead coming out of the turn. And most of these aircraft, of course, are flown here to the Reno National Championship Air Races from all over the West. Flaps down, looking for the line. So Kathy demonstrated where you can retract the flaps even before you land to get that lift off of the wings, drop it in over the line, and get the weight on the wheels to maximize your braking effectiveness.
And Kathy takes a stop on that one.
Come on up, Ryan. That looks good. Are you ready, buddy? You ready, Bo? Here we go on the arm drop one. 3, 2, 1.
Bo Ellis and Brian Stecken, two legend Cubs. Bo's been STOL drag racing for years, got a load of practice, and is a master at this course. Brian Stecken, the number 1 lane, has a reversible pitch prop. Let's see if he uses it. And both aircraft are equipped with suspension to help with rebound dampening so they can smash it into the line there without bouncing. Boom, big cloud of dirt in front of the Brian Steck aircraft. Oh, not quite a complete stop on that one. Let's see what the judges say. You got to come to a complete stop. Neck and neck out of the turnaround. Hey, here come our Formula One racers from the last race. Give them all a big round of applause and a wave. They're looking at you.
All right, Brian's caught up to Bo, so looks like the wingtip here.
Who's going to get stopped first? Easy on the brakes, easy on that reverse.
They're so close. Man, clear to taxi. I can't call the winner. Both follow Brian.
Too close to call. They're going to have to go to the video replay on that one.
We've got the Skywagon 46, Cessna 180 piloted by Warren G. Is in lane 2, and it looks like we got Todd.
He might be a little sore. We're cleared up now. Timer's ready. Time's ready. Warren G ready. This ain't the merch stand, baby. On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1.
This is a great example of the great equalizer that this 2,000 feet course does. Here's a very heavy aircraft versus a very light aircraft. And look how close this race is.
Oh, what a photo finish turnaround approach.
Let's see, did Warren G psych out Ty a little bit? He threw it into a slip a little bit early. He can drive it into the finish or turnaround line a little farther with that lighter aircraft.
Looks like Warren got first.
Warren is turning around quick. Incredible performance in that heavy Cessna 180, getting it stopped in such a short amount of distance. Now the 180 is the heavier, faster aircraft, but it's going to take him longer to get it stopped. Dissipate that weight and energy of that aircraft.
Warren's wig-wag slip.
Warren down first, but he's got all that energy dissipated to a full stop. Ty the crop duster from Caldwell, Idaho. What do you see out there, folks?
180 got the kid box. Clear to taxi, boys. Clear to taxi. Good run.
So it looks like Warren G takes the stop on that.
We got another heavy aircraft. Who's this, Anitra?
This is Ty Burlingham. He's a STOL drag rookie. This is his second event racing STOL drags in his 180, the Red Wagon.
On a solo run for us today.
On the arm drop, Ty. 3, 2, 1.
Ty is a rookie to STOL drag. He's no stranger to flying. He started flying helicopters first. He's got over 9,000 hours of flight time.
And with the sound of that prop, you can tell that's a P-Ponk Continental engine, 0470 with the 520 cylinders. over the line, bringing it to a full stop, flaps retracted, getting that weight on the wheels, carefully balancing it to a full stop, flip it around, full power, staying in the lane. You've got to remain in your lane. Coming down here as fast as you can. And deciding, when do I chop it? Throws it into the full slip to dissipate as much energy as he can to rapidly decelerate the aircraft. A little hot over the line, a little long. Easy on the brakes. Bring it safely to a full stop.
That was a good run. I saw you see that. Clear to taxi. Give me 2.
Some of our supporting sponsors out here today are Airframes Alaska, where you get all your Bush aircraft parts and pieces, including the very expensive romper room tires that we're running.
We're cleared down. We're cleared up. Timers are ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go on the arm drop, boys. 3, 2, 1. See ya.
See you, and Kevin launches Dave Curley, number 11, on the outside lane, and that just aircraft Highlander, the Grasshopper. And we've got on the inside lane, number 7, Bruce Graham in Yellow Thunder, and his Carbon Cub.
Dave Curley running a turbocharger in his Rotax. Bruce Graham, a relatively stock Carbon Cub. Very closely matched at the turnaround. Come to a complete stop almost identically, and turn around. Identical turnaround times. Can the Carbon Cub out-accelerate the Highlander? Just barely. Bruce Graham in the lead in the number 1 lane. Curley delaying his power chop, not doing much of a slip. Over the line.
Looks like they landed about the same time. Who gets this stop?
Oh, walk round. We got another win for Bruce Graham. Holy cow, cleared him taxi. Bruce is on fire today, Juan. He might be in the Chairman's Club celebrating after this big day.
Good job, Bruce Graham. One of our great adventure pilots out here. Come on down to the STOL pits after this event and come meet all these guys, and you got to hear their stories. They've got some great aviation stories, and Bruce Graham is just a big-time adventurer.
On the outside lane, we've got number 22, the Beast, the Cessna 175. And then we've got the Rans S7, piloted by Brian Moore on the inside lane, the Honey Badger.
Okay, we might have something interesting happen here. Let's see. What do they got up their sleeves?
15 seconds. Here we go.
Okay, 15-second delay start.
3,
catch-up start.
2, 1. See ya.
We're going to launch the Rans S7, the rookie in the number 1 lane, give him a 15-second head start on Jeff Whiteley in the Beast.
Can the Beast eat the Honey Badger?
2, 1. See ya.
Okay, go get him, Jeff Whiteley, in the Beast. Let's see if he can catch the Rans S7.
In lane 2 as a special little treat for the fans here on this turnaround. Get your cameras out, Reno.
Rans S7 still ahead at the turnaround. Jeff was not quite able to catch up to him yet. Oh, look at that! Smoke him if you got him. You can't even see him. It's full IFR down there. He's still smoking him out. With great smoke comes great responsibility, says Jeffro. That's it. The judges down there are running for their lives now. Mosquito abatement program in progress.
At no extra charge at the Reno Air Race.
That's right. Just a little bit of ATF fluid and.
Clear to taxi, great run. That was gorgeous, Jeff Rowe. Clear to taxi, Brian.
I love the smell of Corvus oil in the morning. It's a smell of show business.
That's right. That's Hollywood.
Everybody's got their times. Everything we get now is bonus
Bonus
for
and for
fun.
fun. We'll let the IFR clear. Come on out. Give me 2.
Actually, we'll give it these grudge matches, so if everyone's done one lap, this is the opportunity for any pilot to call out another pilot. Hey, Juan Brown, so we got some grudge matches coming on here. Pilots have an opportunity to call each other out because we got what we needed today. Now we got grudge matches, so we're going to have some call-outs here to finish our time. Let's have some fun. Give them to me, Kyle.
Who's it going to be for the grudge matches?
Let's call someone out. Who wants to race? Call them out. Now's your chance.
Everybody's stepping on each other on the radio. There's a lot of grudges out there they want to settle.
Kathy and Brian, taxi up. Kathy, come on, taxi up. Kathy and Brian.
Pick your lane, Brian.
Kathy and Brian, you can expedite this a little.
How's our IFR
It
down
sounds like
there?
Kathy Page and that number 85 Lunacy has called out Brian Steck, number 221 Scooter STOL in his Legend MOAC.
Did you hear how cool Kathy was on the radio? Pick your lane, Brian. Kathy Page is one of the coolest pilots out here. Former pipe fitter and now a pilot for Spirit Airlines.
Last year we went out and went go-kart racing, and Kathy is competitive in every avenue that she chooses to compete in.
You know, there's a lot at stake with the grudge races. Do you know why? Do you know what it's for?
Let's see.
Oh, actually, it was Brian Bowen, number 4.
That's right.
In his STOL Fox that
Loser.
Kathy called out.
Loser buys the beer. Kathy and Brian, now that's a good match. Look at that. Just about identically paired. The smoke's still malingering around from the last run. Kathy's able to find the line through all the smoke and haze down there.
Looks like Brian may have took the stop on the turnaround.
Good turn. Just about identical. Who's got the lead here? That's pretty darn close. I think Brian's got a slight lead in the number 2 lane. Who's going to get stopped first? Look at that. I think Brian touched down first.
Yep, it looked like he did hit the ground first, but it's about who stops first.
What do you see, guys? What do you see up there?
Just don't know. I think Brian got it by a hair. We have to watch video. That was really close. Clear to taxi. Give me 2 more.
The folks in the stands are calling in lane 2, Brian Bowen in his STOL Fox. All right, it looks like we have a call out between Warren G and his Cessna 180 and Aaron Greer and his Just Highlander.
Our second grudge match.
3, 2, 1.
Aaron versus Warren. Heavy versus light. Aaron in the number 2 lane was one of our youngest pilots, lowest time pilots just a few years ago.
Aaron Greer actually competed in his first traditional STOL competition just 1 month after achieving his pilot certification.
Easy on the brakes. Full stop. Just stopped. Almost identical. Look at that. Turning around at the exact same time. Heavy versus light. Again, the 180 being a faster airplane, but a heavier airplane. One of the heaviest aircraft out here, about 2,600 pounds, versus the very lightweight, just aircraft Highlander.
Big wag slip from Aaron, or Warren G in that Cessna 180.
Look
That's
at that.
become his signature move.
Who was it, guys?
Clear to taxi. Aaron followed.
Lane 2.
And that was a tight race.
Aaron takes it in the Highlander. The smaller, slower aircraft beats the bigger, heavier aircraft on our 2,000-foot course.
Oh, this should be fun. We've got Harry Gray, number 27, and Kid Fox, and Hal Stockman in his Ramsat 7 on number 3. Now, Hal is also running nitrous, and he keeps that butt pushed about halfway until he chops the power. Then throws in that reversible pitch mechanical prop. You'll hear his RPM go way up, about 300 feet from the line.
Screaming that Rotax. And he chops it. Now he's feathering in that reverse pitch. Kids, don't try this at home. And Harry just goes for the full slip to decelerate his aircraft. Two distinctly different tactics.
Harry's known for that super aggressive slip.
The grudge matches are bringing out the fangs in these two pilots. Kevin's telling them to just take it easy, boys. We're almost through the whole day without a single incident and tipping over. Hal with a good lead, hitting that beta. Harry in the big slip. Hal gets touchdown first, and looks like
Hal was already stopped when he hit the ground, so it looks like Hal's going to take it.
Hal follow Harry.
All right, now we've got 221 Scooter Stroll. Oh, and Austin Clemens. Now these guys practice together.
The battle of beta right here, Walt. It's going to be good. This is our closer for the period. Here we go. We're cleared down course. We're cleared up course. Timer's ready. Austin, the young gun, flying the Husky, ready. Brian, the badass stick. Here we go on the airdrop. 3, 2, 1,
Legend Cup versus the Husky. Husky in the number 1 lane, young Austin Clemens. Both of these aircraft have reversible pitch propellers. Let's see if they deploy them.
This is a great grunt match. These two practice together quite a lot. So there's lots of banter that goes on between these two.
Big slips. They have got the fangs out today.
Let's see if they get their timing right to engage that beta.
Oh yeah. I see Austin's got it in beta. You can see that big cloud of dirt. Wow.
Oh, this is a close race.
Neck and neck out of the turnaround.
I can't see real close because there's section 3.
Section 3.
I'm even standing on a chair over here, guys.
Brian's got a slight lead. Let's see who lands first. Big slips. Brian takes his slip out early. Over the line, drop the flaps. Who was it?
Clear to taxi. Down here at the time. The other way wants failure to stop. No! Run, clear to taxi.